Got him. Got him. Biggin. Biggin. That one charged it. That was crazy. Yeah, that's fine.
Check your fish, check your license.
What's going on, y'all? We are back out here today on the Old Town Autopilot 120, and we are in search of redfish. We got a lot of wind out there on the coast, so we can't get out there in some of that open water. We decided to come in here in a marsh system and try to catch us some big redfish. So that's the goal today. Y'all stay tuned. Let's get out here, see if we can catch them. All right, so we got a ton of really small bait in the area. So I am going to be going to a very small Yozuri 3DB weight bait. I believe this is the 50 millimeter. I will try to link those down below if I can find them. They have been extremely hard to find lately. But yeah, we're going with a really small crankbait. Did y'all see that? My goodness. There he is. Got him. Got him. What do we got? Is that a sheep's head? Did we just catch a sheep's head on a crankbait? No way. Oh, that's a puppy drum, isn't it? It is. Black drum. Unreal. I knew it wasn't a big fish or anything. That's crazy. I think this is the first black drum I've ever caught on artificial. Just a little old puppy drum here. Come on in the boat, buddy. Oh my goodness. All right, well, that is the first fish. There was definitely a massive explosion back in the weeds. I hope I got that on camera. And then shortly after, this dude struck my lure. All right, well, there it is. That's our first fish of the morning. Little old puppy drum, baby black drum. These are actually amazing to eat at these size. They taste really good. But we are in the mood for redfish. And yeah, I'm gonna try to get out of here with a redfish today. So we're gonna let this guy go. See you, buddy. Bye-bye. All right, let's get back in here on this grass line, see if we can get another one. Hit it and quit it. Got him. Don't tell me that's another puppy drum. Nope, nope. Bigger fish. Bigger fish. That's gonna be a redfish. Oh, I think so. It's just fighting weird. Come on. Yeah, redfish. All right. That is the targeted species of the morning. And that's a good one too. Ah, says a good one. He's pulling like a good one. He's a little guy. Pulled me. But he might be going to the house. Oh, he choked it too. Anytime I'm using anything with treble hooks, I try not to put it in the net, just because those hooks will get tangled up in your net when they spin, twist, and stuff, and just creates a mess. But those hooks, all 6 of them, are in this fish's mouth. Well, we just started on this bank, y'all. I mean, we've only been at it for a few minutes, and this is our second fish right here. First redfish. Go ahead and pop these hooks out of his mouth. All right, well, there she is right there. I'm gonna go ahead and pop it on a measuring board, see what she goes. Here in the state of Alabama, we get to keep 3 of those. They gotta be between 16 and 26 inches. We knew this one was gonna be long enough, coming in right there, just a tad over 20 inches. So that's our first fish going to the house. We got lunch today. Got him, taking off. I'm telling you, man, these redfish absolutely love these crankbaits. Just about cannot go wrong with them throwing them in a marsh system. That one's gonna be a little bit bigger, I do believe. Yeah, good strong fish. I don't think it's a giant. It's not, but it's a perfect eating size fish. Come here. Come here. Probably right about the same size as the last one. Come here. Come here. Chill out. Ooh. And a boat. All right. Well, that is fish number 3. Redfish number 2. All right, well, there she is. Nice light color, which is a little weird because typically when you get in these marsh systems, they turn a real copper color. It does got some nice, beautiful blue on the tail though. It's an awesome fish. We are taking this guy to the house. We're gonna put him in a box with the other one. I wanna show y'all something real quick for immobilizing these fish and bleeding them real easily. You don't have to use scissors, knife, or anything like this. Basically, all you're gonna do is take your finger, and right here behind this fin, there's a soft spot right there. So you just take your finger, poke it in right there, just like that. And then he's just gonna start bleeding out. And that's gonna kill him quickly. And we're gonna have some nice meat to throw on the grill. So the thing about throwing these wake baits right here is that we're sitting here in this marsh system, and you know, we're probably only in less than 2 foot of water. My motor here is pretty much in the mud, in the grass, and that wake bait is just beneath the surface of the water. And there's also like a lot of trash down in the water, a lot of matted grass. So if I try to throw a jig or a shrimp or anything like that, I'm gonna get tangled up in that grass constantly. I just had one chase it down. I'm gonna get hung up in the grass constantly, and I'm just not gonna have very efficient cast. But throwing something like this, I can retrieve it relatively quickly, which I do. He just turned on it again. Dude, there are so many redfish right here, it's crazy. But that's about the retrieve right there. Just keep a good moderate fast pace. And as you see, I just hung a little bit of grass on that cast, but that's all right. Yeah, that's pretty much the deal. Just cranking it, winding it. It's also a very efficient way to fish as far as covering a ton of water in a short amount of time. You know, if you're throwing soft plastics and stuff, you got to chunk that lure out there, jig it a little bit slower. And with this, I'm just burning bank, looking for a reaction strike. Oh, that's the man. How y'all doing? Doing all right, man. I ain't never saw y'all way up here.
We'll sneak up here every now and then.
Yeah.
You doing any good?
I got 2 redfish.
Any size to them?
Like 19, 20, not really.
Just pull up to us, brother, that we don't get on your spot.
Yeah, that's fine.
Check your fish, check your license.
I think that'll.
You see that boat come through here earlier tonight?
A crab boat?
Was it a crab boat?
I think I saw it. The only boat I've seen is a crab boat going that way. Let me try to get where I can hold on to y'all. That'll work.
And I don't have a problem with it, brother, but that those numbers need to be contrasting colors.
White?
Yeah, well, just whatever contrasts to gray.
Okay.
Because the troopers will write you a ticket for that.
I got
Like
you.
I said, I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
You can see fish and
So
license.
just not black.
Pretty much, man. Black or gray probably would be your 2 no-goes. All right, that's a good one. I see the other one. You're good to go on the fish.
Can y'all run my? I'm sure I got it on in my email. Can you run it by my license?
I can run it by your social.
All right.
Give me 1 second. Your buddy down there, he's struggling, man. He said he ain't caught nothing.
Yeah.
He said he ain't even got a bite.
It is like that for him sometimes.
What's your social, man?
It's 5.
Mr. Rich?
Yes, sir.
All right, good to go, my man.
Awesome.
All right, you have a fantastic day.
All right, man. Y'all as well.
Thank you.
Stay safe out there.
Yes, sir. You do the same.
All right, well, that was interesting. I have fished here a ton, and I have never seen a game warden in here, never seen wildlife resources, anything like that. So we're not illegal in any way. You know, we're good to go. We got our license. We don't have any illegal fish. So really nothing for us to worry about. I don't ever really mind if, you know, I get checked and stuff like that on the water. One thing that he did point out is that, I'll try to point my camera over there, my stickers on my boat, he said that if I got pulled over by a trooper, I would get a ticket for that, because I guess obviously I put black stickers on the back of a orange and black kayak, and it just doesn't stick out that well. So that'll be something that I need to get fixed. But you know, a lot of people get nervous and stuff like that when marine wildlife resources come around. Y'all, to me, they're just doing a job just like anybody else, and they play a very, very important role with making sure that we're able to come out here and do this, you know, for the duration of our lifetime, as well as our children, you know, protecting the resources, making sure that people just ain't coming out here, you know, keeping 10, 20, 15 redfish a piece, stuff like that. So anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling about that. They're just out here doing their job, and I definitely appreciate everything that they do, you know, to protect our waterways. So yeah, we're gonna get back on this grass line and try to put our third redfish in the box. Straight to the back of that creek mouth right there. That's the spot that a redfish likes to lay up in, right there. Got a big junction. It's not, there he is. Come on. Dude. I spooked him. He was sitting there. He didn't eat. Got him. Got him. Biggin. Biggin. That one charged it. That was crazy. What a eat. Woohoo! Let's go. Yes. I mean, that one charged it. I did upgrade from the small crankbait to the bigger one, to 70 millimeter. And we finally got us a big girl. All right, come on. Turn my prop off. I mean, this is a strong, strong fish. Good fish. Come on. Don't break my rod. That was almost real bad. Super shallow water. That fish almost went backwards. That would have snapped my rod. Come on. Don't go that way. Big girl. Good fish. Come here. Hold on. Chill out. Just got to get this girl in the boat. Y'all look at how beautiful that fish is right there. I don't think there's anything more exciting than watching these fish just chase down a bait from the weed line. There was no doubt in my mind. She keyed in on this bait and just nailed it. She got a mouthful of hooks. Trying to, oh, not anymore. Oh, don't lose them. I'll tell you what, we're gonna net it. I normally don't net treble hooks. I think I mentioned that earlier, but we don't want to lose this fish. All right, there she is. Boom. All right, y'all look at that, just absolute beautiful, beautiful marsh red right there. We're gonna pop her on a board real quick. 16 to 26, that's what we're looking for, and this one is 26 and a half, a little over slot. So guess what, buddy? We're gonna go ahead and let you swim. Now, in the state of Alabama, we are allowed to keep one over 26, but I always prefer to let these guys go. Come back and catch you another time, buddy. We'll see you. Thank you so much for the fight. Never gets old doing this. Bye-bye. All right, so just to show y'all a little bit of a comparison of what I was throwing earlier. So this is the Yozuri 50 millimeter weight bait. This is the smaller one, and this is the 70. So that's kind of the difference right there. The 70 dives a little bit deeper, digs a little bit more, has more rattle. And as you saw, we threw the smaller 50 millimeter, caught smaller fish. Then we swapped over to the 70 millimeter and stuck one that was over slot. So yeah, but that's pretty much the difference on those. That's what we caught that fish on, the 70 millimeter. I'll go ahead and just go over the setup that I was using this morning. This is the main setup we used. It is a 7-foot medium power fast action rod from Chubby Rods. This is my favorite rod out there, especially for the price. It's 100% made in America with American components, and it's going to come in around 130 bucks. I will link those down below. But the reel is a Shimano Corrado 151, and I just got that paired up with 15-pound braid and then 15-pound mainline. And to me, like, if there was one inshore setup that I could have, only one setup I could take with me, it would be a medium power rod in the fast action range. And you know, that's pretty much it right there. That's what I'm using 90% of the time. All right, y'all, well, skies are looking pretty dark up ahead. We had a pretty decent day out here. Caught 3 redfish, I think, and a puppy drum. Saw a lot of fish, had a lot of missed opportunities. But we're gonna go ahead and head to the house now, and we're gonna cook up a good lunch for y'all. So y'all stay tuned. We're gonna head to the house, clean this redfish, and fire up the grill. All right, y'all, so we just got back off the water. These are the 2 redfish that we got right here. Got a 20-incher and a 20.5. Not really big redfish, but they're perfect for what we're looking for. So I'm gonna be using my Sword 9-inch medium flex fillet knife, and we're gonna go ahead and fillet these redfish up, get ready to put them on a grill. So with our redfish, like any other fish, our scales are running this way. So when we go to make our first cut, we want our knife to come in at an angle to get under those scales. So we're just gonna come in there, make a good cut, come around his head just like that, making sure we get all that meat right there. And then from there, we're just gonna turn our knife in, and we're gonna start outlining that fish. Just with the tip of the knife right there, kind of running all the way down the back of that fish, staying right up next to the bones. Just like that. And then once we get down here towards the back, we're just going to go ahead and poke that knife all the way through without cutting ourselves. Just like that. And come on out the back. So, we're just going to go back up to the top, work that meat all the way off the bone. Just like that. Taking our time. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are much faster cleaning fish than I am. I'm not real fast at it. I just try to take my time, make sure I get as much meat as I can. And that's pretty much the deal. But yeah, once we get it open, we're just laying that knife down beside it, and we're working that meat off the bone all the way till we get back up towards the rib cage right there. And then from there, you can come in here and cut all the way, just roll that knife around so you can get that belly meat. A fish this size is not going to have a whole lot of belly meat, so you could just kind of cut it off at an angle right there, removing the ribs. But we'll roll around the rib cage just to show y'all what we're looking like. Just like that right there. Come behind that fin. Like I said, on a fish this size, you're not going to get a whole lot of belly meat right there. But that's our fish right there. All that's bone. That ain't nothing but rib cage, not a whole lot there. So we pretty much removed all the meat off of this side of the fish. The last thing we got here is we're gonna go ahead and remove our fish from our skin. So we're just gonna pinch down in the back right here, get that knife started right there, and just roll it around, just like that. And that right there is pretty much it. As you see, not a whole lot of meat left on the skin right there. We got a really nice, beautiful fillet. And that's pretty much it, y'all. That's how you clean a redfish. All right, so we are back here on the back deck right now. This is the redfish that we got cleaned up. Just got it washed off, drying off right there. Some beautiful redfish fillets. We are gonna be whipping up some redfish po' boys or sandwiches, whatever you want to call them. But we're also making a lemon parsley cream sauce to go on top of it. It's gonna come together amazingly well, and it is gonna taste awesome also. So y'all just stay tuned, and let's whip this thing up. Got my cast iron going over here, just waiting on it to get hot. While that's happening, we're just gonna go ahead and whip up our sauce for this recipe. So just got me a NutriBullet blender right here, and I have 16-ounce thing of cream cheese. I am going to use the whole tub, so we're just going to go ahead and dump that in there. There we go, just like that. We're going to save our tub because that's what we're going to put our sauce back into. And then to that, we're just going to add a 1/3 cup of chopped parsley. Just go ahead and drop that in there, about a 1/3 cup or so. And then on top of that, we're just going to add in a little bit of lime zest. If you like real lemony stuff, I said lime zest, lemon zest. If you like it real lemony, you know, add more zest. If you don't like as much, don't add as much. It's up to you. But we're just going to add a little bit of zest in there to really bring out that citrus kick. And then we're also going to take that lemon, bust it in half, and we're going to drop in the juice from one whole lemon and chunk that out there somewhere. There we go. That is a healthy lemon right there, getting a lot of juice from it. That's good. Oh my goodness. All right, chunk that over there somewhere. And a couple more things we're going to add into our sauce. We got us a little bit of minced garlic. Put about a tablespoon in there. A little more. We like garlic. And then we're going to add in some fresh cracked pepper. A little bit of salt. Screw the old cap on there. And give it a good blend. And then there's only one thing left to do. Always got to taste it just to make sure you got some good balance. And that is money. Awesome. Now we got our fish right here. All I'm gonna be using is some Chef Paul Perdone's blackened redfish magic. It's probably the best blackening seasoning on the planet, hands down. I do explore with different seasonings, but I always come back to this one. So we're just gonna season that redfish really good, and from here we're just gonna transfer it to the pan, and then we're gonna season the other side. Just like that. That's what I want to hear, that sizzle. All right, and then now that we got our redfish laid down, we're gonna sprinkle the other side real good with some seasoning. Just like that. And we're gonna let that go until we start to see our color rise up, and flip it, and we're almost ready to eat. While our redfish is going, we're just gonna go ahead and butter up some bread, put it over here on the black top, toast it up. I just got pre-made garlic spread right here, picked it up from Sam's. Y'all can use whatever you like, make your own. Don't use any at all, completely up to you. But yeah, I'm going down with a little bit of garlic butter on the bread, put a little toast on it, and that's pretty much it. We're just gonna be making plates after that. And lay it down. Just gonna do a nice light toasting on it. And let's go ahead and remove our redfish from the heat. It is looking like it's done. Y'all check it out. So on your fish like this, you see kind of down here how it's separating. Got some good flake, right? It's pulling off in flakes. If it's grainy, any bit kind of grainy, it's not flaking, then it's undercooked. And if it's kind of tough, well, then it's overcooked. But this seems to be just about right. Well, we might end up leaving a little bit in this pan. Come on, buddy. That's all right. So this is how this is going to go down right here. We got our bread. First thing we're going to do on our bread, I got some angel hair coleslaw mix right here. I like cabbage, right? I like coleslaw because it adds that crunch. If you don't like coleslaw or cabbage, then use, you can use iceberg lettuce or don't use any at all. It's completely up to you. I'm gonna put a little bit down on both sides, just like that. And from there, go with a little bit of tomato slices, just like that. And then on top of the tomato, I got that sauce that we whipped up, and I'm just gonna give it a good spoon right on down there. Now this is probably gonna be messy, but that's all right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And then lastly, we're gonna come over here to our blackened redfish, or grab us one of these nice fillets right here. See if we can transfer that over just like that. There she is, y'all, about to get ready to go in for a bite. The thing is, I don't really know how I'm gonna hold this camera and eat this sandwich without just making a mess everywhere. We're gonna give it a shot. Y'all already know this is gonna be good. I mean, you can't go wrong. All these ingredients just killer. That is so good. Everything from just like the buttery, toasty bread, the crunch from the cabbage, fresh tomatoes, that lemon is really coming out in there. Blackened redfish, can't beat it. Absolutely killer. Y'all got to go out there, make this recipe. It is a killer sandwich. Your family will thank you, I promise you. This is good right here. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If y'all would, hit the like button, comment with any questions, subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see y'all next time.